stick with me here. Hey, what's going on, video? Just recording podcast and video today. I wanted to do both of these. I've gotten a lot of feedback and a lot of kind words about about the last blog post I put out, telling my story and that type of thing. And the whole reason I do any of this is to help somebody else, is because I feel that what I've gone through in depression and anxiety and alcoholism may be of some service and may be of some help to another human being. So that's why I do it. Now, I have some friends, and it concerns me greatly that depression is such a terrifying and powerful thing that can really, really destroy us. And I know it can. I mean, I've seen it firsthand for myself, how this depression, this feeling of not being good enough, or that the world hates me, or that I just hate myself for whatever unknown reason, that I'm not worthy of having either a good life or that my life has no intrinsic value. So I have this feeling of hatred for my own self. And it makes me so sad. It hurts me when I hear my friends talking about this. And depression is such a real thing for a lot of people. It was such a real thing for me. And to be honest, it is still a real thing for me sometimes. It's a part of what I have to go through on a regular basis. But it's not as bad as it used to be. Okay? I suffered from a high form of depression for over 15 years, where every day I thought, I don't know how I'm going to make it through this day. And for those 15 years, alcohol was my saving grace. Alcohol saved my life for 15 years until it stopped working, and it stopped saving my life, and it started killing me. Now, once that happened, that's when the real depression, the real fear and anxiety set in, because my solution to my problem of depression was now gone. My solution to the problem that I thought I had fixed with alcohol was gone. And this life that I thought I wanted, this life with kids and a wife and 2 cars and a house and a business of my own and friends and family, I thought I had what I was supposed to have. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. So when I was unfulfilled, I was miserable, I was sad, it didn't make any sense. And when life doesn't make sense, it's very depressing, it's very scary. We want life to make sense. We want things to feel secure and in place. And when they don't feel secure or in place, we don't know what to do with it. I didn't know what to do with my life. I went about each day with the mindset, I don't give a if this kills me. I was taking drugs, I was drinking all the time, with the thought that, well, if I die, well, good riddance. Because I was so sick that life didn't make any sense for me. Now, thank God that I didn't die, that I didn't kill myself or somebody else in the process of trying to figure this shit out. Excuse my language, I don't typically cuss, but trying to figure this shit out, man. Because life can be a very difficult thing to figure out sometimes. But it was only when I realized that I was making it way more complicated than it needed to be. I was overreaching, I was stretching, I was doing things that I thought I was supposed to do because I thought that's how people did things. That's just the way shit was. That's the way people worked. You're supposed to get a job you hate, work it for 45 years, have a family, stress out constantly, have a terrible, just like try to pay credit card bills, like have no money in the bank, work until you're 65, 70 years old, and retire for Social Security to live in a meager shack, maybe get to go on vacation once a year. I thought that that's what life was supposed to be. And let me tell you something, I wasn't even going on vacation. Like at my I didn't go on vacation once a year. Like I was working 2 jobs most of the time. I was working nights. I was running a business. I was trying to raise a family and keep food on the table. I was trying to keep a marriage intact. I was trying to do all these things that I thought I had to do. Well, here's the thing. You don't have to do a damn thing. Okay? Do you hear what I said? There is no obligation for you to do another effing thing. The obligation lies within you. We get programmed from very early childhood to believe that we have to be this thing or become this person or do all these things to please other people. When in fact we're dying inside because we're trying to please everybody but ourselves. We die inside because we think that we have to become this person that the world needs to see. When in fact all we have to do is be ourselves. And it wasn't until I was able to get honest with myself and say, I hate these fucking jobs. I'm sick of these goddamn jobs. That's why the podcast is called This Won't Work. Because I was so sick and tired of working the same stupid effing job every single day for however many years I had to work it. I was done. I knew there had to be a different way. I wasn't meant to go to work miserable. I'm not a miserable person. I'm a happy dude. I love to make people laugh. And if what I'm doing is causing me to pull back on making people or bringing joy to others, if what I'm doing is causing me to want to kill myself, is it really worth doing it? Am I supposed to just endure life? Am I supposed to spend my days miserable? Am I supposed to keep going when I feel like dying? To the last question, yeah, I am supposed to keep going. But I need to change my course. I've got to do something different. I can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. I cannot continue going to the same crap job, going after the same crap goals, and expect to be happy. Those things don't fulfill me. They don't. They never have. They never will. I have to go after the things that fulfill me. If you are listening to this and you are depressed, if you're listening to this and you feel like life sucks and you're just enduring day after day the shit, the grind, if you're just enduring life and you feel like nothing matters, life is worthless, and you're just trying to get through to another day, to that bottle of alcohol, to that piece of chocolate cake, to whatever it is, to the one piece of joy you have in this life, whether it be food, sex, alcohol, whatever it is. If you're just getting through to get to that one thing, I'm telling you, you don't have to do that anymore. You can live every single day joyful, happy, and free of all of that. You can live a life that you love. You can inspire other people to do the same. But here's the trick. It takes honesty. And it takes a willingness to say, I don't give a crap what other people think of me. I don't care if people think what I'm doing is stupid. Because I can feel inside of myself like a gas tank that was on empty being filled up every day. The more I give to other people, the more I write, the more I create, the more I tell my truth, the more I feel filled. And if somebody wants to tell me that's wrong, they can get the hell out of my life. Because guess what? Me being fulfilled and feeling inspired and feeling happy and bringing joy to other people, if you're going to tell me that's wrong, there's something wrong with you. Okay? And the reality is you're probably just too afraid to do it for yourself. If you're too damn afraid to live a happy life, you're going to continue to stay in that miserable cycle. The happy life is available to you. It is. And guess what? The happy life doesn't belong, it doesn't only exist in a mansion. It doesn't only exist in a Ferrari. It doesn't only exist in the hills of Beverly Hills. It doesn't only exist in places where we see the actors and the models and the superstars live. It doesn't only exist there. It exists under bridges. Okay? It exists in apartments. It exists on mountaintops, and it exists under trees. It exists all over the place. if you're willing to look for it. If you're willing to truly take the sheep's wool off your eyes, cut it loose, and realize that it exists. A happy, joyous life exists without all the money, all the greed, all the jealousy, all the envy, all the hate, all the misery that comes along with trying to get what everybody else has. You'll never have everything everybody else has, but you can have everything you need. Every single moment and every single day is filled with everything you need to be happy. It took me a long time to realize this, and it took me getting onto my deathbed. It took that. It took mental hospitals. It took that. It took me falling into psychosis and crazy insanity and seeing visions and delusions, and it took that for me. It doesn't have to take that for you. It's a decision. It's a choice. You make a choice to say, I'm going to start feeding the good wolf instead of the bad wolf. I'm going to believe that I am prosperous and rich. I believe that I have an abundant life ahead of me. I believe that I can survive if I quit this shitty job that makes me want to kill myself. If a job makes you want to kill yourself, quit that job. Don't go another day. Don't. You'll find something else. I swear to you, you will. I swear to you, you will find something else. Believe in yourself a little bit more than thinking I have to go to a job every day where I want to kill myself. Instead of taking a chance on yourself and believing that you can find something else. We were not put here to be miserable. We weren't put here to suffer and want to kill ourselves every day. We weren't suffered to be depressed, or we weren't put here to be depressed, anxious, worried, scared. We were put here to shine. We were put here to be blessings for other people. We were put here for relationship, to serve one another, to lift one another up. We were put here for a reason. And if you can't see that reason right now, I understand. My heart hurts for you that you can't see your reason and your purpose and your meaning at the moment. But it's there. I promise you it's there. Take it from a man who had to die to himself to find out his purpose. You don't have to die. You don't have to go through it. Just make the choice. Have some faith. Get honest with yourself about where you are, who you are. You're not a failure. Although we fail, we are not failures. It's the only way we learn, the only way we succeed is by getting out there and doing something that scares the crap out of us and that we're not good at. I suck at editing. I've never edited videos before. I've never done a podcast before. I've never written before. Yet I do these things because I love them. They light me up. They bring me so much joy. I'm not great at it right now. But you better damn well believe I'm going to be freaking amazing at it in 10 years. It's not always the most talented person, the most gifted human that wins. It's the one that persists. It's the one that moves. It's the one that goes and goes and goes when everything else is telling them to stop. When they're being pushed down over and over again, they're facing the mud, but they continue to move forward. That is the person who wins. The persistent one, the consistent one. They succeed because they believe in something higher than themselves. They believe in a purpose greater than themselves. To find that purpose, all you have to do is look within. It is within all of us. Every single one of us has it within us. The depression you feel right now I'm not going to say it's not real. The depression you feel right now will not last forever. You are an eternal being, an eternal soul. This body that we are in is just a vessel for us. I need you to believe that the depression you have right now is just a symptom of not living the life you are meant to live. it was true for me. It was true for me. It may be true for you. And if you're sick and tired of being depressed, anxious, living this life where you're just like, I don't want to do this another day. If you're sick of that, let's try something different. Because I can tell you what, I'm living the happiest life I've ever lived ever. Like I'll be 33 this year. I've never been happier in my entire life. And I don't have anything more than I've ever had. I live in a small 1-bedroom apartment. I've got a car. I am pre-rich, which is to say, the money's on its way. Okay? But I have everything I need. I've never been so fulfilled in my life. I've got love in my life. More love than I could ever imagine. I've got more support than I could ever imagine. And if I was handed $10 million 5 years ago when I was in that place of depression and lack and fear, it would have all been gone. I would have blown it all. I might have been dead. Hell, the way I was living, I would have bought more alcohol and drugs than, any human being could possibly consume. God knows I did it with the meager amount of money I had. Can you imagine $10 million? It was never the money. It was never the people surrounding me. It was never the job. It was never the situation. It was never any of that stuff. It was me. I had to get clear with me. And I had to make the decision. What do I want to do? Who do I want to be? And why do I want to be that person? I got clear about my why. I started doing the things that light me up. The thing that lights me up is inspiring other people, motivating other people, because I want to be inspired. I want to be motivated. I want to be moved to tears. I want to be lifted up. I want to laugh my ass off every day. Okay? You can do it too. What lights you up? What's the thing that scares you a little bit? But if you did it, you'd feel amazing. Public speaking was that thing for me. Because I was so afraid to look stupid. But I knew that I wanted to say something. I wanted to entertain the crowd. I wanted to let people see me. I was so afraid that if they saw me, they would just run from me. Never been further from the truth. As soon as I stood up and said with my voice, my honest voice, and spoke my truth, man, more people than I could ever imagine have flocked to me, have surrounded me with love. So I'm telling you, or I'm asking you, I'm not telling you, I won't tell you anything. I ask you, get to know yourself. Ask yourself the question of why. Why do you want to do what you want to do? Who do you want to become? What lights you up? When do you feel happy? Identify those things that make you happy and go after them every day. And stop doing the things that bring you misery. It's like the doctor said, a guy walks into a doctor and the guy's like, my arm hurts really bad when I do this, doc. The doctor says, well, stop doing that. I mean, it's silly, but it's that simple. Stop doing that and start doing something else. So this is to all the people out there suffering from depression, alcoholism, anxiety, worry, fear, lack. There's more out there for you. Life is beautiful. It's worth living every day. Even on the days when you're wore out and tired, it's worth it. I swear it's worth it. Go after what you want. Go after your dreams. Live the life you were meant to live. Only you can. This is your opportunity. We don't get another shot. I mean, I don't know if we do. We don't get another shot. We might not. If this is my one shot, I'm sure as hell not going to waste it. I'm not going to waste it. Do what you got to do today. Thanks for tuning in. This Won't Work podcast and to my YouTube channel. I'm going to put this up on something. I don't know, but subscribe if you haven't already, please. Got lots of cool stuff coming up for you. I love you guys so much. I mean, if if nobody told you that they love you today, I love you, and I know I don't know you, even if I don't know you, because you do. As a human being, I know that you have an intrinsic value that is worth more than anything in the world. I believe that. Now you need to believe it. Once you believe that, your world will open up. Stay blessed, baby.